everyone's. I am here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 8, Episode 8. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, y'all know, Kirk and Rashida, they decide they're going to have a couples retreat at the cabin. I just thought it was funny seeing as how she just let Kirk back in the house last season after he spent the majority of the season before that denying he had a baby. Then last season you finally after he done made his way back in the house, you finally let him be in the house for real. But now y'all out here hosting couples retreat at the cabin. I just thought that was funny. So since Karlie and Mo broke up, I already knew instantly that she is going to destroy as many relationships as she can because misery loves company. She shows up with Shekinah as her +1. Now, Shekinah seems to be the voice of reason when somebody's out here being messy and just plain wrong. So I'm here for Shekinah on that sense. So the ladies are putting 2 and 2 together and realizing that Jack may or may not have slept with Karlie since he's been with Kendra. Like I said, Karlie will blow up her own spot just to get back at you because she's her. She's up there like, well, Jack was out here doing this, that, and that when we was in Houston last year and y'all supposed to been together for 2 years. So I don't know nothing about none of that. So now Kendra, she's already been trying to get to know Jack's friends so she can get to know in the feel of is Jack lying or is Jack telling the truth. Now when it comes to Karlie, it's hard to tell because she would tell a lie even if, she's saying she does something wrong just because she's mad at you. So you really can't tell with Karlie. So now that she done sprinkled all her messy and evilness to try to mess up what Jack and Kendra got, now let's go over here and mess with BK and Sierra got going on. She's saying that she got a message from Pooh talking about BK and Pooh may or may not have slept together, but there was some flirtations going on. So now Sierra's looking like BK, he kind of did seem like he was cheating last season. All these girls was coming out of woodwork and Karlie was the main one wrangling up the women to come out of the woodwork so she can get the information. Karlie was like extra messy last season. So, but Shekinah, being the voice of reason, like, well, you saying that Pooh and BK may or may not slept together, may or not flirted, but Pooh was saying that you slept with her. Oh, no, that's a lie. So, it's only a lie when it's happening to you. When it's happening with, Sierra's relationship, whether BK slept with Pooh or not, or whether he flirted with Pooh or not, that's the truth. But what you and Pooh did, that's just flat out lie. But it's like, well, that's what Pooh said. Apparently, Karlie, she got her messages and all that other stuff. Like, she sent me this text message right here. But I just didn't understand why nobody's questioning Karlie why she didn't bring up these text messages beforehand. That's what I didn't understand. Like, you and Pooh ain't talked in a while. You didn't have these text messages. Sierra done said my birthday was months ago. So why is it just now that you bringing up these text messages? That's what I want to know. Everybody going on about this, that, and third. Why are we asking Karlie, why did you wait so long with these text messages? That's what I was wondering when somebody was going to bring that up. They may have later on, but on the bus, I've been like, hold up. My birthday was months ago. How come you didn't bring it to me then? But Karlie and her nerve gall and audacity got the nerve. I already said that, nerve gall and audacity, wanting somebody to switch rooms with her because her room does not have a bathroom. That's your fault, boo-boo. You know how these things go. We've been dealing with this since America's Next Top Model. We go for the best room. Kenya has showed us time and time again, you get to the best room with the bathroom and all. It ain't my fault that you ain't get to the room with the bathroom. I'm not giving up my room for you, boo-boos. But BK says that he spoke to Pooh and it was all about the way he treats Sierra. It was nothing more, nothing less. Yes, he could have came to Sierra with that, but he knows she goes to 0 to 60 and he didn't really want to do that. But Jack was like, when you don't tell your girl right away, that lets the snake come in and tell their side of the story and you and your girl both bit. He said that kind of later on, but since I'm talking about it right now, we're going to talk about it right now. So let's move over to Akbar and Moniece. Now, when Akbar gets to the studio, Moniece, she's already got an attitude, and Akbar's like, look here, girl, I know whatever the attitude you got going on has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with Scrap De Leon. So go ahead and get your frustrations about him out so we can talk about this. Monique was like, you know, she thought that he was a reformed man. Kind of find out he's kissing folks over there. Girls punch him over there. He's sleeping with Moniece over here. And she just ain't got time for that. Like, I really don't. I need to be focused on my son. And I need to be focusing on my music. Speaking of music, I've been working with Tokyo. We've been in the studio getting things together. Now, this is when Akbar does the thing that I just can't stand. Like, you from a city, but since I'm coming into your city to work, I'm supposed to bow down to you. And just because you in the city, that makes me less as a person? Because if that's the case, Usher ain't no real Atlanta rapper singer, because he ain't really from Atlanta. Is that what you telling me? She over here talking about something you flew in, I grew in, and you in that Tokyo, I don't know her, but when she came to my city, she should have bowed down to the queen. I'm like, first of all, do you have music out there like that where people can be bowing down to you? Now, we not talking about your cousin Candy's music. We talking about Akbar V's music. Why you want people to bow down to you because you the queen of Atlanta? Do you have music out there that people know? Now, when I say that, I mean other than people that's in Atlanta. That's all I want to know. But she over talking about some y'all flew here, I grew here, this, that, the third. So when Moniece sees Tokyo later, Tokyo, she ain't got no problem with Akbar because she don't know Akbar. But the fact that you trying to come for me like that, like once you get some plaques, then you can come to me. Before you do that, hush. She didn't say that. I'm just saying that she should. But Moniece was like, well, since, you know, I'm a transplant here in Atlanta, I'm going to transplant my money out of that account and back into my account. How you like me now? And I was like, go ahead, do that, Monique, because the worst place to get somebody is in their pockets. Akbar, she was doing too much. I'm like, girl, do people really know you like that? Like, other than Atlanta, like I'm saying. So, Kurt and Karlie decide we gonna be messy, because Kurt wanna know the little foot situation that Karlie likes to do, how she like wrangles the men in with this little, you know, foot situation that she got going on. Jack is like, really, bro? Like, you gonna bring that up? I'm sitting here with my new girlfriend. She new to y'all, and you gonna bring up something that Karlie likes to do? No, we used to like kick it like that. Then Karlie was like, all right, Kurt, like, no, tag me in. I want to be messy. So when Kendra was like, okay, Jack, we need to talk. Because she had already talked to him earlier about what Karlie said, and he said it wasn't true. So now she's like, we really need to talk. And here go Karlie. Here's your penis pump, Jack. I know you like to use this. I'm like, girl, do you want Kendra to turn around and just steal on you, give you a good two-piece, and have you sitting there going night-night? Is that what you want? I don't think it is. So Jack tells Kendra, like, I put that on my mama, I put that on my kids, and I put that on your daddy. I did not pull my junk out in front of Karlie, because if I had, she would have seen your name on it. Apparently, he out here and tattooed her name on his penis. And the only thing I thought was, that looked like it would be painful. But anyways, I guess that's Jack's way of showing his love out here. He's like, if she had seen it, then she would have seen your name on it. That's how I know, you know she lying. And I'm like, it's hard to tell with Karlie. Later on, Bambi, she had to sit down with Kendra, like, let her know, look here, I've been there, same thing with Scrappy. And I just had to, like, eliminate him from my life and let him know what he was missing. And once he realized he wasn't going to find nobody better than me, he came to his senses and he grew up. I can say that Scrappy, he is not the same Scrappy from season 1. He has matured a lot. So, we happy about that, Bambi. So let's move over to, let's confess all the things we have done. Now, Rashida has been on Kirk, and we have been on Kirk since season 1 at the cabin. Different cabin, you know, the one with Bobby Valentine. And Rashida lets us know that there's been infidelities on both of their parts. Hers was some years ago, but I'm like, if you look at it that way, Kurt's was too. But anyway, it seemed like Rashida was out here cheating earlier on in the relationship, and it was on more than one occasion. Now, this seems like something that Kirk, Rashida, and Mona Scott Young cooked through the books. I'm still looking side-eyed at Kirk because you brought a whole baby in the situation. You denied that whole baby now. And now you trying to come from that child's mother like she ain't doing a good job when you ain't even been there. Do I believe Rashida? Yeah, it's possible that she could have cheated. But I just think that was some cooked up for the books. Because the way you went on about Kirk cheating and the fact that you cheated yourself, I'm going to say it like that because I just don't. It may be true. It seems like a cooked up storyline, so everybody can be clutching their invisible pearls. Like, don't say it ain't so, not Rashida. She could have been out here cheating on Kirk. But I'm like, you never know with Kirk and Rashida, just like you never know with Karlie. Now, everybody agrees that Karlie is the sole source of all the drama that has occurred while they've been there. But I'm like, Karlie has been messy since she got on this show in 2012. But she got her a man, and she tried to, fly above, shout out to Candy, above all the mess. But she can't because that is who she is. She can't shed it. That's just who she is. At one point, Mo came, brought some Louis Vuitton. Karlie was being back to the normal Karlie that we know and I don't love, but the Karlie we know. It was like, you was cheating, you was doing that, go back to your baby's mom, this, that, and the third. Proving that, she don't really want a man like that because she does everything in her powers to lose these men. Lastly, Shira has to let us know, which this seems like some cooked up stuff from Mona Scott Young, that some dude slid into her DM and, some things happened. Now, this is after she was all on BK about him possibly supposed sleeping with Pooh or flirting Pooh. She did all of that just to come say that some dude slid into her DM and some things happened. It's just that at this point, like, okay, this has turned into your spouse cheated, but you can still stay together type of situation. That's what I got out of it. So that was basically the gist of everything that went on. Now, is Stevie J even on the show anymore? I didn't see the first 2 episodes, so he may have been on there, but like he's in the credits. So I'm assuming at some point in time we're going to see him, maybe a smidge of like Faith Evans. Yeah, Faith Evans at one point. But like, is Stevie even on the show? If y'all know, drop it below. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day. Free 99. If you're returning, you're a family member and you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your people to tell their people to come over here and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.